Hey everybody, my name is Kartik Subramaniam. I'm a real estate entrepreneur here in Southern California. I'm the founder of a very large real estate education company. I absolutely love what I do. I have a passion for the business. I'm happy to have found it. Follow my journey here on YouTube. Hey everybody, Kartik Subramaniam over at ADHI Schools. I wanted to share something with you because I was just out in our lobby on the way here getting ready to film something, and I saw one of our employees at the office here, and they seemed really distraught, distressed. They just seemed stressed out, hands inside of their, face in the hands, the whole thing. And I went up to this person and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And I said, "Oh man, this client's just really difficult." I said, "Well, what's going on?" He says, "Well, they wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. They literally wouldn't let me again say one word the whole conversation. They just kept yelling and berating me and just making me feel bad." And I said, "Well, what'd you do?" And he told me the fact pattern, and he hadn't really done anything wrong. It's just that this customer was just being unreasonable in some of their expectations. And it got me thinking about how I think a lot of real estate agents and salespeople or people in customer service, and as much as I see myself as a salesperson, I feel like I'm at least a third to 50% of my work is customer service. I got to get back to people quickly. I need to do my job in addition to bringing in revenue, in addition to building the organization. So customer service is in any organization. You got to keep your customer base happy. With that being said, there is going to be a certain element of people that call you or ask about your product or service that just aren't going to mesh with your personality. They may have unreasonable expectations of what your job is and what your role is. They may find themselves in a position where they just, maybe they had a bad day at home and they think they can take it out on somebody on the other end of a phone. And I guess the lesson that I told one of my employees is, look, you can fire your customer. You don't have to work with everyone. Now, to me, that's an absolute last resort. Obviously, it's our job to kind of be a chameleon and blend in and hear out the customer and let them do most of the talking. In fact, I think we all know the most effective communicators are ones that listen more than they actually speak. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We need to use them in that proportion. So it's important to listen more than we speak. It's also said it's important to seek first to understand rather than be understood. And that's all true. But at the end of the day, when all that is ended, it's one person just might not get along with another person. One customer might have unreasonable expectations as to what the organization is going to provide. And I told this employee, hey, it's okay to let them know in a very nice, polite, and courteous way. It looks like what you expect and what we're prepared to offer just don't seem to be in line with one another. And rather than continue to frustrate you, I would invite you to maybe look for another product or service that's gonna meet what you expect and your level of expectation. And we gotta do our best as salespeople. We got to do our best when we provide a product or service to society, but that has to be balanced with reasonable expectations. I think we were all brought up in business school to say the customer's always right, and I generally believe that. The customer is probably right 99% of the time. At least if we can say yes, say yes. In fact, here in my organization, the minute someone asks something, I try to say yes before they even finish their sentence. In fact, I was just talking to Wacko about something earlier today, and I said, hey, I want to do it this way. He said, no, let's do it that way. Fine, yes, I understand it's going to work out. So I like to say yes as much as I possibly can. But with that being said, there are a certain group of people that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, this is not going to be good enough. And the sooner you can recognize that and the sooner you can invite them to look for other options, the better off your life is going to be in business and personal, right? Life is short. You'll never be able to satisfy anyone. I saw a very funny meme on Instagram. Someone said, you're not ice cream. You're not going to make everyone happy. So it's just one of those things. So just something I wanted to get off my chest. I was just talking to one of my guys outside here, and he looked pretty frustrated. And I said, look, dude, if you need to let the customer go, just let the customer go. We can't win every battle. We can try, and we're going to try to win every battle. But at the end of the day, you just can't make everyone happy. So think about that as you build your sales career and as you come across clients that might be a little more difficult than you would like them to be. It's okay to let them go. Now, one thing I will say is if you have no other customers and you have no other lead pipeline, then you are going to take on customers that are going to drive you crazy. You are going to take on customers that are going to keep you up at night. If you have a good solid group of leads and your lead pipeline's always full, it's gonna be okay. If you lose a couple, you're always gonna win at the end of the year. So anyway, I'd love to connect with you on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.